Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor don't take a day for granted after reconciling. You know it could go away. Ben Stiller knows his marriage to Christine Taylor is special. During an appearance on The View Thursday, January 16th, the Severance director, 59, recalled how he and his wife, 53, separated in 2017, but were able to strengthen their bond when they rekindled their relationship several years later during the COVID-19 pandemic. I don't know how it happened other than we both wanted it. Stiller said when asked how he and Taylor fell back in love when most couples who separate don't, he continued, noting that with any relationship, especially one as long as their 25-year marriage, you have to work at it. Now, every day that we're together, we do not take for granted. At least, I know I don't. Because you know it could go away, and that to me is the gift for our relationship, is that we have that every day. And I really am so happy that we're together. The couple, who have starred in several movies together throughout the years, tied the knot in 2000 and shared 2 kids, daughter Ella, 22, and son Quinlan, 19. As the interview went on, the Severance executive producer recalled how, when COVID happened, everything changed after his family all got a house together. I dunno. I'm just grateful, Stiller said. I don't have any great relationship advice other than I'm so grateful that we're back together. And I think sometimes people shouldn't get back together. Sometimes it's not the right thing. For us, it was the right thing. Stiller's sentiments echoed those he made in a wide-ranging interview published by the New York Times on January 11th. When we separated, it was just having space to see what our relationship was, what my life felt like when we weren't in that relationship, how much I loved our family unit, the Tropic Thunder actor explained to the paper. It was like 3 or 4 years that we weren't together, but we always were connected. In my mind, I never didn't want us to be together. He added that the Brady Bunch movie actress could have felt differently, but he would let her tell her own story. I don't know where Christine was. You'd have to ask her. But COVID put us all together in the same house. Taylor opened up about their split in March 2023, saying on the Drew Barrymore show that family was always a priority. But I think Ben and I both started to grow in different directions, the Kraft alum said. And when we made the decision to separate, it was not something we wanted to talk publicly about or took lightly. Taylor also said that when she and Stiller separated, they were at this impasse of, let's figure this out. What's best at this chapter in our lives? I think we have these growth spurts, even as adults, and we needed time to figure that out, she said. I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons. Alleged Blake Lively text reads in, it ends with us dispute. Winter is coming for Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. It appears that way as Game of Thrones is now part of their legal battle. Baldoni has sued Lively, his It Ends With Us co-star, and her husband Ryan Reynolds, alleging that the Hollywood couple attempted to destroy him after Lively accused him of harassment during production of the film, which he has denied. Baldoni's suit, which seeks $400 million in a jury trial, is just the latest in the saga that began in December, when Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department against Baldoni, alleging sexual harassment and a coordinated plan seeking to destroy her reputation. The New York Times published a detailed report on her complaint the next day. Baldoni then sued the New York Times for $250 million, accusing the newspaper of working alongside Lively's team to publish a one-sided article that benefited Lively and contained doctored evidence. The New York Times has denied Baldoni's allegations and said it stands by their reporting. Lively went on to file a lawsuit against Baldoni, who in turn countersued her this week. Lively's legal team told CNN in a statement Thursday that Baldoni's suit is another chapter in the abuser playbook. This is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of sexual harassment and retaliation, and the abuser attempts to turn the tables on the victim. Lively and Baldoni co-star as the central couple in It Ends With Us, which explores themes of intimate partner violence based on characters from Colleen Hoover's hit 2016 novel of the same name. Baldoni also served as director of the film, while Lively is credited as a producer. Included in Baldoni's 179-page suit are examples of text messages he and his legal team claim prove his case. One text allegedly has Lively referencing Game of Thrones. If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons. The text reads according to the suit obtained by CNN. For better or worse, but usually better, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too. I can promise you. CNN has not independently verified the text messages included in either Baldoni or Lively's lawsuits. Khaleesi references the character Daenerys Targaryen from the beloved George R.R. Martin novels that were adapted by HBO into the popular Game of Thrones television series. HBO is owned by CNN's parent company. The dragons were seemingly a reference to Reynolds and Lively's close friend. Superstar singer Taylor Swift. One of the other text messages included in Baldoni's suit appears to show an exchange between Baldoni and Lively about the script for the film. I really love what you did. It really does help a lot. Makes it so much more fun and interesting. And I would have felt that way without Ryan and Taylor, Baldoni wrote with a wink emoji. You really are a town across the board. Really excited and grateful to do this together. According to Baldoni's lawsuit, a screenshot of a text message shows that Lively then replied to Baldoni, "That's very appreciated," then writing, "We're in this together." In that same text message, Lively later wrote, "I have no motives except to you to win. As an actor, as a studio, as a writer, if you win, I win. If you win, our movie wins. We are aligned, and I will bring everything I have to this." Baldoni's text message does not include a last name for Taylor. CNN has reached out to representatives for Baldoni, Lively, Reynolds, and Taylor Swift to inquire whether the Taylor mentioned in Baldoni's text is, in fact, Swift. Some on social media commented that if the Khaleesi text is accurate, Lively did herself no favors comparing herself to the Mother of Dragons character, who ultimately is viewed by many as a villain. As their legal dispute grows to include multiple lawsuits, attorneys and crisis PR professionals, the court of public opinion appears to have cast no shortage of villains in Lively and Baldoni's drama actor and director Justin Baldoni, and the company he co-founded, Wayfarer Studios, have sued As It Ends With Us co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, along with publicist Leslie Sloan, for $400 million in damages. The suit, filed Thursday in the Federal District Court for the Southern District of New York, alleges civil extortion, defamation, and a slew of contract-related claims about the film It Ends With Us, which premiered in August. The lawsuit is the latest development in what has become a legal battle following the production and release of the film. In December, Lively filed a complaint to California's Civil Rights Department alleging that she had faced sexual harassment and other unwanted behavior from both Baldoni and Wayfarer CEO Jamie Heath, who also served as executive producer of It Ends With Us on the set of the film. She followed up with a lawsuit alleging that despite written agreements that the behavior would stop and she would not be retaliated against, Baldoni and the studio hired a crisis PR firm that launched a smear campaign against her image, planting content on social media and in the press designed to eviscerate Ms. Lively's credibility. Wayfarer CEO Jamie Heath. It Ends With Us Movie LLC and publicist Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel were all named as defendants in that case, and are plaintiffs in the suit filed Thursday. Baldoni, along with his and Heath's publicist and a contractor, have denied any harassment or wrongdoing and instead paint the conflict as a creative struggle for control of the film between its two lead actors. That denial comes in a lawsuit they filed against the New York Times, which reported on Lively's allegations in December. In a statement to NPR, the New York Times stood by their story, calling it meticulously and responsibly reported. It was based on a review of thousands of pages of original documents, including the text messages and emails that we quote accurately and at length in the article, reads the statement. The New York Times confirmed to NPR that they plan to vigorously defend against the lawsuit. The lawsuit filed Thursday by Baldoni, Wayfarer, and their publicist reiterates the argument that the conflict with Lively emerged from a creative struggle, describing how it allegedly began as a positive working relationship between Lively and Baldoni. took a turn throughout the production process of It Ends With Us. The complaint alleges that little by little, Lively leveraged her star power to push for creative input beyond what is usually granted to an actor, including by taking over wardrobe decisions, rewriting scenes, creating her own cut of the film, and eventually demanding that Baldoni be excluded from promotional materials and events. The lawsuit vehemently denies that Baldoni, Wayfarer CEO Heath, or anyone else on set engaged in sexual harassment or any other inappropriate behavior towards Lively or her team. Instead, it alleges that Lively and Reynolds led a string of extortionate threats to tarnish Baldoni's image. This lawsuit is a legal action based on an overwhelming amount of untampered evidence detailing Blake Lively and her team's duplicitous attempt to destroy Justin Baldoni, his team, and their respective companies by disseminating grossly edited, unsubstantiated, new and doctored information. Brook Shields shares surprising confession about being an empty nester. The published author has 2 daughters, Rowan and Greer, with husband Chris Henchy. Brook Shields is adjusting to her life as an empty nester. On Thursday, January 16th, the actress, 59, opened up on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon about her experience since her 2 daughters, Rowan, 21, and Greer, 18, who she shares with husband Chris Henchy, left for college. "I'm an empty nester. Then, they came home for Christmas," she began. "It was great, and then I couldn't wait for them to leave. I was so sad when they left the first time," Shields continued. "Then, at the end of Christmas, I'm like, don't you have to get back to school?" When both of Shields' daughters headed off to college, she told People in an exclusive interview that she was not ready for them to leave. "I thought I would be relieved, but I don't know," she said. "I'll see if when I get there, but I think I'm going to be even. The thought of no longer living 24/7 in the house with these people that I've raised, it's just very foreign. It's like going to a totally foreign territory." Shields asked her younger daughter to give her a grace period when she first left for college. She underwent an adjustment period as she reconnected with her. "Because I said to my daughter, I'm like, I have to get introduced to you," Shields said. "Because I only know you as doing what I say you should do. And you're not a baby anymore. And I need a little bit of time to reacclimate to you as a young woman." Although she's an empty nester now, Shields still believes they will return home after college. During an appearance last May on SiriusXM's The Jess Cagle Show, Shields said, "I was like, well, they're still going to come back. And by the way, the cost of just living in the city is so prohibitive anyways that it may work in my favor." Brook Shields gives surprising update on empty nesting after sobbing over daughters going to college. Brook Shields has changed her tune about her empty nest. While the actress made headlines in previous years for sobbing over her 2 daughters going to college, she joked on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon Thursday that she now looks forward to their departures. "I'm an empty nester. Then they came home for Christmas," she said. It was great, and then I couldn't wait for them to leave." Shields, 59, acknowledged that she was so sad for them to leave the first time. However, the Golden Globe nominee admitted, "Then at the end of Christmas, I'm like, don't you have to get back to school? Please, it's time to leave." The Suddenly Susan alum went on to gush that her and Chris Henchy's daughters, Rowan, 21, and Greer, 18, are happy at college. The siblings both attend Wake Forest University in North Carolina. When Shields' elder child left home in 2021, she admitted on Live with Kelly and Ryan that it was the worst thing she's ever experienced in her life. The model and Henchy, 60, chose to drive to campus so she would not have to cry with that many people on an airplane. Shields was just as emotional when Rowan started her sophomore year. "I thought it would be easier the second time. It's so hard. I miss her already." She wept over the painful transition in 2022. The Pretty Baby star received supportive comments from fellow A-list moms, including fashion designer Rachel Zoe and younger alum Debbie Mazar. Greer joined Rowan in August 2024, and Shields cried on Instagram again as she officially became an empty nester. She explained, "It's not easy. It's not easy for the moms. I mean, it's just so weird. The Lipstick Jungle alum has been married to Henchie since 2001, with the couple welcoming Rowan and Greer in 2003 and 2006. Respectively, Shields gave rare insight into her and Henchie's sex life in her new memoir, Brook Shields Is Not Allowed to Get Old. Thoughts on aging as a woman. The Blue Lagoon star wrote that she needs lotions and potions, a special pillow and tequila to fully enjoy being intimate. Elsewhere in the memoir, Shields wrote about a plastic surgeon giving her a little bonus during labia surgery and male doctors asking her an offensive question following her Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin make rare public appearance following breakup rumors. For the temple visit, Dakota Johnson wore a printed black suit and wrapped the dupatta around her. Chris Martin opted for a blue kurta and black pants. Actor Dakota Johnson and her boyfriend musician Chris Martin have been exploring Mumbai since they arrived in the city a few days ago. Several videos and pictures of the duo visiting the Sri Babulnath Temple in Mumbai on Friday have emerged on social media platforms. Also read Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson visit Lord Shiva Temple in India, step out holding hands, quashing breakup rumors. In a video shared by a paparazzo on Instagram, Dakota Johnson and Chris were seen standing inside the temple. At one point, Dakota walked towards Nandi's statue and whispered in its ears. Chris was seen looking at her as she did it. Smiling, she came and stood next to Chris. After Dakota, another person was also seen doing the same. Chris next spoke to a few people and flashed the thumbs-up sign. Dakota was also seen telling Chris something. For the temple visit, Dakota wore a printed black suit and wrapped the dupatta around her. Chris opted for a blue kurta and black pants. In Hindu mythology, Nandi is the bull who serves as the mount of the god Shiva. Whispering into Nandi's ear is a Hindu tradition, in which devotees pray and make wishes to the sacred bull of Shiva. Devotees believe that Nandi will convey their wishes to Shiva. Chris is part of Coldplay, which is currently in India as part of their Music of the Spheres World Tour. Dakota is accompanying Chris on the tour. On Thursday evening, Chris and Dakota were spotted at the Mumbai airport. They also stepped out to explore the city's main attractions. The band took to Instagram and shared a picture of Chris Martin enjoying the evening at Marine Drive. Chris and Dakota have been in a relationship since 2017. Coldplay is all set to enthrall the audience in Mumbai with their performance for 3 days, January 18th, January 19th, and January 21st at the D.Y. Patil Sports Stadium. The band will also perform at Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium on January 25th and January 26th. After their India tour, the band will kick off their Hong Kong tour in April. In the same month, they'll also perform in South Korea. Coldplay consists of vocalist and pianist Chris, guitarist Johnny Buckland, bassist Guy Berryman, drummer and percussionist Will Champion, and manager Phil Harvey. Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin are looking like a sky full of stars. The 50 Shades of Grey alum and Coldplay singer were all smiles as they stepped out for a very rare public outing January 17th in Mumbai, where Chris and his band are currently on tour. Dakota, 35, and Chris, 47, were seen holding hands and waving to the camera in photos obtained by People. The duo kept it quite casual for their stroll, with Dakota sporting a black midi dress, baseball cap, and a gray shirt tied around her waist, while Chris donned a long-sleeve gray shirt, black pants, and his own baseball cap. The couple's date night also put to rest the rumors from the past year that Dakota and Chris had broken up after 7 years together. Although a rep had told E! News in August that the breakup rumors were not true, adding, "They are happily together." And while their relationship is going strong, Chris recently shared they are still hoping to keep their romance out of the spotlight. It is important to say that romantic love is such a big factor in everything, he explained to Rolling Stone in December. Even though it feels right to keep it precious and private, I'm not denying its power. The Grammy winner also referred to Dakota as one of his best friends, alongside children Apple Martin, 20, and Moses Martin, 18, whom he shares with ex-wife Gwyneth Paltrow. As for Dakota, the Madam Web star told Vanity Fair in 2022 that after she and Chris met in 2017, they've never really left each other. But she is still careful about how much of her private life she shares, especially because she grew up in the Hollywood spotlight as the daughter of Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith. Maybe I think about relationships like that differently because I grew up in my family, she continued. We were all cool. Obviously, there were times where it was not cool, but I experienced that, so I don't want that in my life. It's better to be kind. And it's also really nice that everybody actually really loves each other and has each other's backs. For a look back at Dakota and Chris' romance over the years, keep reading. Let the romance rumors begin. After Dakota Johnson was spotted at a Coldplay concert, fans started to speculate that the actress could be dating Chris Martin. While the pair didn't confirm anything for months, a few additional sightings suggested these two were more than just friends. While attending the launch of Stella McCartney's Women's Autumn 2018 and Men's Autumn/Winter 2018 collections at SIR Studios, the pair was spotted holding hands, giving fans further confirmation they were dating. First comes love, then comes Ma. Ching tattoos? The 50 Shades actress and the Coldplay singer appeared to show off infinity tattoos. In an interview with Tatler, Dakota confirmed she was dating Chris with a simple message. I'm not going to talk about it, she told the publication. But I am very happy. After Chris supported Dakota at her star-studded 30th birthday party in October, the actress returned the favor when it was time for her boyfriend to perform on Saturday Night Live. The pair celebrated the special show by attending the official after-party together. The 50 Shades of Grey alum donned her director's hat for Coldplay's Cry, Cry, Cry music video. The video story is about a couple working through life's obstacles side by side and holding each other when they cry. A source confirmed to E! News that the high-note actress and Coldplay frontman nestled into a modern Cape Cod-style home in Malibu, California for a price tag of $12.5 million. During summer break, the couple jetted off to Palma de Mallorca, Spain, where they enjoyed a boat ride and some sightseeing in the city before beginning to play Coldplay's latest single, My Universe, which is a collaboration with the group BTS. Chris pointed to Dakota in the balcony and delivered a special message. This is about my universe, and she's here. Zoe DeChanel loses childhood home in L.A. wildfires, vanished into thin air. Zoe DeChanel shared a heartfelt tribute to her childhood home as she revealed it burned down in the Los Angeles wildfires. The new girl star 45 shared her loss as she posted a series of images via Instagram on Friday, January 17th. Click to share on Twitter. Opens in new window. Zoe DeChanel loses childhood home in fires. Zoe DeChanel, photo by Axel/Bauer Griffin/Filmmagic. Zoe DeChanel shared a heartfelt tribute to her childhood home as she revealed it burned down in the Los Angeles wildfires. The new girl star 45 shared her loss as she posted a series of images via Instagram on Friday, January 17th. Matt James couldn't commit to Rachel Kirkconnell. Among the photos was an image of her childhood home in Pacific Palisades when it was still standing, while another photo taken from the same viewpoint showed it reduced to ash and rubble following the January wildfires that ravaged the area. Other photos showed Zoe's family, including her sister and Bone star Emily DeChanel, 48, inside and outside the house over the years making memories. My childhood home, a marvel of 1920s Spanish revival architecture, full of too many incredible memories to count. It was one of the oldest homes in the Palisades and so spectacularly beautiful, Zoe captioned the post. It was not a mansion, but it was cozy and lovely and unique and perfect to me. Click to share on Twitter. Opens in new window. Zoe DeChanel loses childhood home in fires. Zoe DeChanel, photo by Axel/Bauer Griffin/Filmmagic. Zoe DeChanel shared a heartfelt tribute to her childhood home as she revealed it burned down in the Los Angeles wildfires. The new girl star 45 shared her loss as she posted a series of images via Instagram on Friday, January 17th. Jordan Weber explains being triggered by water on Special Forces. Among the photos was an image of her childhood home in Pacific Palisades when it was still standing, while another photo taken from the same viewpoint showed it reduced to ash and rubble following the January wildfires that ravaged the area. Other photos showed Zoe's family, including her sister and bone star Emily DeChanel, 48, inside and outside the house over the years making memories. Dan Levy, Spencer Pratt, and more stars share their photos of the Los Angeles wildfires. Related, celebrities share personal photos of heartbreaking Los Angeles wildfires. My childhood home, a marvel of 1920s Spanish revival architecture, full of too many incredible memories to count. It was one of the oldest homes in the Palisades and so spectacularly beautiful. Zoe captioned the post. It was not a mansion, but it was cozy and lovely and unique and perfect to me. The actress reflected on how meaningful her home was to her in the poignant caption. One of my friends growing up called it the church because the 14-foot ceilings with stained glass windows in the living room cast colorful shadows at the end of the day. And to me it was holy, a sanctuary where we felt most safe. The Christmas dinners, Easter egg hunts, trick-or-treating, weddings, birthdays, baby showers, we celebrated the best moments of our lives there, Zoe wrote. The family photos that line the hallways, the artwork, the piano I learned to play on, the wedding china, the furniture my great-great-grandfather built, the reminders of generations past, all have vanished into thin air. She continued, I know we are not alone. Along with another beautiful L.A. neighborhood, Altadena, the streets of my childhood in Pacific Palisades have been all but erased as we knew them. So many people have lost so much. Zoe went on to pay tribute to those who have supported herself, her family, and community. She also gave a special shout-out to the firefighters who have been working tirelessly on the front line, describing them as true heroes. To all the people who have shown up for us in our community and Los Angeles in general, thank you. To the firefighters who have been working around the clock to keep everyone safe. You are our true heroes, Zoe added. To the friends who have been so wonderful to think of us during this time. You have texted and called, come to visit. You have made us meals. You have sent clothes to my parents who left with nothing. You have distracted us with humor, and you have cried with us when we needed. Your kindness is a salve that has made this bearable. To the strangers who have lifted our spirits with kind gestures. You are the true meaning of community. She concluded, thank you all for showing us the goodness in your hearts. You have no idea how much it means to us. More than 12,000 structures are estimated to have been destroyed in the wildfires ravaging parts of Los Angeles, including the exclusive Pacific Palisades area, Malibu, Santa Monica, and the Hollywood Hills. Celebrities such as Mandy Moore, Milo Ventimiglia, Paris Hilton, and Miles Teller are among those whose houses went up in flames that I in the comments section of her post. DeChanel acknowledged that she was writing her heart-wrenching update on her birthday. Okay, and for the last part, she wrote, yeah, today is my birthday, and I feel kind of weird celebrating. Maybe today you could do something for someone who has lost their home. Just a text or a call. Or if you're able to, I'd be honored if you supported the LA Firefighters Relief Association, which supports our firefighters, and or Baby to Baby, which has been supplying underserved communities who have been affected by the fires with essentials. Scott and DeChanel have been longtime supporters of Baby to Baby, which says it has distributed over 60 million essentials to children impacted by natural disasters like the Los Angeles wildfires. Donations can be made to the organization here. DeChanel concluded her post by writing, I know this is long. If you're still reading, thank you for commemorating this beautiful home. Earlier in the day, Scott posted a birthday tribute to his longtime love, writing, there are moments in life that test you and try to break you, but there are people who make you stronger and fill you with purpose and passion. That person for me is you, Zoe DeChanel. Seems like a strange time to celebrate anything. But you are my beacon of hope, and you deserve to be celebrated. I love you. Happy birthday. DeChanel and Scott got engaged in August 2023, when he proposed at his favorite castle in Scotland, but have not planned a wedding.